Saturday was silent. Surely it was through. But since when has impossible ever stopped you? Friday's disappointment is Sunday's empty tomb. I love those lyrics from the song Rattle that we have sung many times here at Graceland. Every gospel account is very similar in the account of what occurred between the death of Jesus and his resurrection. We see that in Matthew 27, Mark 15, Luke 23, John 19, and they each share in describing that a man by the name of Joseph made provisions for Jesus' body to be laid in a tomb, and Mary Magdalene and the other Mary intended to assist in preparing the body with spices and oils. The women ran out of time before it was officially the Sabbath, so the anointing of the body was going to have to wait until Sunday morning. You can imagine that the hours between the arrival at the tomb must have been filled with tears of sorrow and hopefully glimmers of hope as they remembered what Jesus said about his resurrection. Just as Jesus' followers waited the tedious hours of that Saturday to see what would occur on Sunday, so we wait to see the hand of the Lord in our own lives. The prayers that have yet to be answered and the hopes left lingering still can all be placed at the throne of God as we rest and abide in his presence. We see this in Exodus 14. Be still and wait for the Lord. As the Israelites stood at the bank of the Red Sea waiting for the Lord to act, and so in that they yielded their fears, their worries, and their own actions to the Father for movement. Holy Saturday is a time for us to lean into being present and silent with the Lord, placing our own agendas at the door and coming before him to simply be with him. The Lord desires a relationship with us, and a requirement of a relationship is time together. Holy Saturday is a great day not to ask for anything, but to simply spend time within the Spirit of the Lord, realizing that all of our hopes and dreams fall short of the unimaginable realities that await us as we're sons and daughters of the resurrected King Jesus. I love these lyrics from This Wild Earth. Every soul upon the restless sea, hold on. Every heart that yearns for what will be, hold on. Every creature groaning from the curse, peace. Every corner of this wild earth, peace. Why did I end with that song called This Wild Earth? On Saturday, we're confronted with what hopefully and probably was 2,000 years ago, despair, discomfort, anguish, anxiety, fears. What's going to happen? And even today, you have that in your life and I have that in my life. What's going to happen? Is all this going to work out? Is there going to be peace and comfort? Is God really going to work all things together for your good and my God, for those who've been called according to his purpose, who love God? And the answer is unequivocally yes. Why? Because of what happened 2,000 years ago. Not on Saturday, but on Sunday. As we regularly say in the church, Sunday is a coming. He was crucified on Friday, and there was silence on Saturday, but there were so many things that were about to happen. We can have hope and comfort. But on this particular day, let's just take a moment to be a little introspective, to take some spiritual inventory. And God desires a relationship with us that's possible through the person and the work of Jesus. He was crucified. He was in the tomb. He really died. And tomorrow, we're going to celebrate the victorious, triumphant declaration that death cannot hold him in the grave.